Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Paradigm Podcast. I am your host, Allison Alchemia. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm I'm excited about this episode, and also I have to give a warning, okay? Because I can't quite put into words what has happened to me over the past week, but I have found my fucking voice. And I am very likely to trigger and offend you if you are an online coach and listening to this episode. I am a coach. I've been coaching for 20 years and have made it to the online space late to the game, late to the party, whatever. I couldn't care less. Business is booming. I gave you my 1 year review after being in business for a year and celebrating so much. So hang around if you want the real and raw, honest truth about the online coaching industry. Are you ready? Oh my God. I have had more interactions over the last few weeks that I'm just over it. I'm over it. So I am here in an open conversation with the online coaching industry where we can have an honest dialogue and get real. Because so much of the online world is fucking fake. Okay, it's so fake. It's not embodied. It's not authentic. It's not real. It's not real. And you see all these things online with all these gurus and all these spiritual people saying that they know how to do this and they know how to do that, and they can't pay their fucking bills. Okay? And they're telling you that they're going to help you make money in your business? Are you kidding me? Because they know they're selling someone else's program. They're not a coach. They're sales associates. So anyway, you're going to hear some rage. You're going to hear some righteous rage. But I think it is, I actually take this very seriously. As someone who calls themselves a coach, I take that term very seriously. And I feel that it is my duty and my job to cut through the bullshit and be authentic with you and real with you about what's really going on. Because there are plenty of good folks out there wanting to bring their magic, their gifts, their abilities to the world, and they want to get into the coaching industry. Fine, good on you. I mean, that's what I did, right? And they're looking for mentors and guides to help them with this. And as they do that, they are more than likely going to be bamboozled by people who are not being truthful and not being honest about what it is that they're really doing. So I have two very simple points. You guys are seeing a side of Allison today that has not been showcased very much because, like I said, I have found my I don't give a shit energy. Finally, it only took me 40 years, right? And I just don't care anymore. I'm not going to tiptoe around and really be careful about what I am saying when I know that it's the truth. Okay? So, if you find yourself in the online space, and if you are a coach, or you're calling yourself a coach, okay? I'm saying this with love, and I'm saying this as like a stern mother, father figure saying like, don't do this, okay? Don't give free sessions. If you are a coach, if you're an online coach, and you want to make money doing what you do, I can't believe I'm actually saying this out loud. It's so stupid. It's so simple. If you want to make money doing what you're doing in the online space and you're calling yourself an online coach, don't give free sessions. I mean, how logical is that? I mean, really? Did I really just have to say that? But yes, I did. And here's why. Because in the online coaching industry, what happens? There's all these connection calls. If you feel a resonance with someone, it's like, oh, let's connect. Okay, fine. Look, I love networking. I don't know if you guys know, I don't talk about it that much on the podcast. I mean, here and there I do, but I have a hybrid business model. I'm not fully online. I still have plenty of things that I do in person, including networking, right? I have a very strong network. I'm networking behind closed doors secretly with some of the most famous people, well-known names on the planet. Okay? I have a very strong network and a deep respect for proper networking and connections. Okay? Connections are an absolute must in any solid business strategy. Okay, I am not new to the entrepreneurial game. I am not new to business. I am certainly not new to coaching. And I am sitting here telling you that all these connection calls online are total bullshit. They're total bullshit. I'm sure that I will get the pitchforks and torches for this, for saying this, but so many of those connection calls lead absolutely nowhere. Okay. Now, do I have a link for connection calls? I do. It's not public on any of my platforms at all. You can't find it. I have to literally meet you in person to be able to even give you that link. And even then, that link is 15 minutes of my time. And even then, I'm screening you saying I only collaborate on two things: public speaking and co-authoring books. Those are the only things that I am interested in collaborating on with people that are new to my orbit. Now, other folks, other collaborations, things that have organically transpired, that's a whole different ballgame. But I personally, my take on this, and it has served me well so far, is that I'm not going to spend my time and my precious fucking energy connecting with everybody that I meet. Now, there are some really, really aligned resonances that do happen, and those connections do go somewhere. That's like 1 in 100, if you're lucky. So that's why it's not part of my personal strategy. If that was part of my strategy, guys, do you guys think that I don't know that I'm beautiful? Do you think that I don't know that my energy is really attractive to a lot of people? It probably repels a lot of people too. That's fine. If my strategy circled around connection calls, I would be on connection calls 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and making no money. So, no, we don't do that around here. And yes, we do make money around here. And yes, we have a ton of fun. And I'm coaching like dream ideal clients that I am absolutely in love with. So that's my little shtick on connection calls. But so if you are, okay, I'm getting so riled up here, but really the reason this gets under my skin is because it is distracting literally millions of beautiful people on the inside, souls who are here for a purpose, to help other people, to coach other people. It's distracting them, and it's selling them a lie that this is going to explode their business and this is going to give them everything that they want. And what they're doing is wasting and prostituting their energy online. And they're left feeling unfulfilled. They're left feeling unseen. They're not calling in the right people. They're not even able to sell their own gifts. That's why I'm so filled with a righteous rage on this topic, because it's distracting millions. So it's a brilliant strategy to distract. It is not working. It is not working for the person who has a soul mission and a purpose to make an impact on the world, and they're actually wanting to coach people and guide people. it's not working for them. Do you know how I know this? Because those are the people that call me up and they're like, help. Okay? Like, it's not working. And that's why I'm telling you, we are being sold a huge lie in the industry. Huge. So if you are in the online space and you are calling yourself a coach, don't give away a free session. And if you're going to get on a connection call, but for God's sakes, make sure it's with the right person who really is genuinely interested in what you are doing, right? I'll do that. I'll throw a connection call here and there to someone who I'm genuinely interested in learning about. And sadly, more often than not, even those times, sadly, it's just like, whoa, that was not an energetic match at all, because they were expecting something for free or trading. What? What the fuck? Are we just here trading? Is that what we're doing? Look, hey, I'm all for 0-point economy. I am all for that. I am a new earth leader. I am fully embodied in all of those realms. I truly am. And so far, I still do live in the matrix. Am I actively breaking it? You bet your fucking pants I am. I am. And yet, I haven't been able to talk the grocery store into trading me food for my 3 boys. Okay? But there is something that does trade for that, and that is cold hard cash. And so that is what I trade my services for. Okay? I'm getting off on another tangent. But if you're going to get on a connection call, make double, triple, quadruple sure that it is someone who's aligned. Screen them, okay? Screen them. Make them sign something saying, I understand that you only collaborate on, public speaking and co-authoring books. If I'm coming to you saying, hey, Allison, I want to collaborate, then you know the 2 things that I collaborate on, potentially. And even then, we have to make sure that we are a perfect energetic fit. Because otherwise, I'm not giving you 5 minutes of my time. Not because I have anything against you, but because I have paying clients who I reserve my precious and sacred energy for. And I have a family and beloved friends and a life and huge missions that I'm working on behind the scenes that I am saving and reserving my sacred energy for. So unless we are aligned, hell no, you're not getting my 5 minutes, right? So take some of this energy, if you are an online coach, and respect your own time and your own energy more. If you are giving away your services for free, my friend, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't care for what. Just don't. Okay. So that's number 1. Let's see. I'm looking over I scribbled out a couple of notes. You guys know that I'm really unscripted and I channel basically everything here. Yeah. One more thing about collaborations, okay? Because I really don't want anyone leaving this episode thinking that I have anything against collaborations. Collaboration is beautiful, and we would be nowhere if we didn't co-create, okay? Like I said, I have a healthy and beautiful respect for aligned collaboration. But I guarantee you, any of the world known names that I could drop right now that I'm not, out of respect for both myself and for them. There's multiple. I'm not just talking about 1 or 2 people. I'm talking about multiple people here. I didn't land those collaborations and those opportunities by cold DMing them. I can tell you that fucking much. I did not land those opportunities by reaching out to their team even, and their assistants and their PR managers and their agents and saying, "Hi, my name is Allison Alchemia and I am the world's greatest fucking snowflake because I'm psychic and I know all these things and I have all of these 3D skill sets and I can do this." And I mean, no. How many of those do you think they get a day? How many? Right? No. I didn't land these collaborations that way. I landed them because I know how to fucking position myself. I landed them because I know how to completely master my energy. I am the master of my energy. And each one of these people, when they get in the room with me, they absolutely feel it and they know it. And they leave the room scratching their head thinking, holy shit, what's with that one? What's with her? Whoa, right? I know how to position myself because I respect my sacred energy. And that is what I think is at the core of this beast called the online coaching industry, is that all these people running around calling themselves coaches don't respect themselves. Okay? I know this because these are the people that come to me and I, with love and compassion, help them develop a healthy self-respect. I mean, this doesn't come easy. I mean, I get that. I get that. As someone who has been traumatized from a very early fucking age, I understand why people don't respect themselves. I understand low self-value and low self-esteem. And furthermore, if you know anything about human design and the open ego center, which I have a very open ego center, that's a whole other layer to it. It's like we just get conditioned from society thinking that we're worthless, right? Furthermore, if you are a female who grew up in situations where a lot of females grew up being told they were worthless. I mean, I know that men definitely experience this as well. However, there's a lot. So I get it. I get why. And yet, it's our responsibility to cut that shit out. Those are stories. And it is up to you to decide whether that's going to be your story and you're going to continue that shit, or you're going to knock it off and start respecting yourself and learn how to position yourself and learn how to actively collaborate in ways that are conducive to co-creation and not just all these airy-fairy words of, ooh, co-create, let's collaborate, let's find another cutesy word that we can use. Doing the actual thing is different. Okay. So, number one, if you're an online coach, don't ever give another session away for free. Ever, amen. Okay. Number two, and this is the last, there's just one and two. Number two, embody the skills that you say that you have. Actually embody them before you go out and you say them, right? I was sitting with an absolute beloved friend of mine. He is beloved of my own heart, a very dear friend on the East Coast. I went to go visit him last weekend. We hadn't seen each other in years. It was just the sweetest reunion that if I start talking about now, I'm going to start crying. So I'm not going to do that. But we were sitting on the bay in Massachusetts having lobster and like overlooking this gorgeous view. And he's a business owner, a serial business owner, let's say. He owns dozens of businesses, okay? Franchises. He owns things all over the country, maybe even the world that I don't even know about. So this guy, he's been around the block, okay? And we were talking and he's like, yeah, so many people call themselves business coaches and they come in and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm like, you know what? That is so fair. And that is so true. That is so true. Just because you are doing business in the online market doesn't make you a business coach. How many businesses have you owned? How many have you operated? I started my first business when I was 20 years old. Official business where I was trading and receiving from the public, where public strangers could call me up, this 20-year-old girl, and hire her to come be at their most intimate event ever, having a baby. I was a childbirth doula, and I had a healthy childbirth doula business for 13 years. I began and co-operated my ex-husband's two businesses, one of them being a construction company with multiple team members that I hired, a couple that we fired. Like, I've been doing this for 20 years. So when I say I'm a business coach, I know a thing or fucking two. It's not just because I'm doing business on the online marketplace that I would call myself a business coach. And my friend, we're sitting there having lobster, and he's like, yeah, Allison, they come in on the second call and they're telling us to change this and this and this and that. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh, dang, wow. Like, I see my one-on-one clients' faces where they see that we've gone through the first call and then the second call and the third call and the fourth call. And if they have an established business, I haven't dropped one iota of an opinion about what they should or shouldn't be doing. Because out of respect for their business, their SOPs, their team members, whatever it is that they have going on, that they've had going on for years and sometimes decades, you think I'm going to come in there on the second fucking call thinking that I have a clue what needs to be done? Now, maybe I do because I am psychic and I have precognition and I have all these things. And yet, it takes time to get into someone's aura, to get into someone's entity of their business and have actual helpful, actionable advice that will produce a result. And that is what I care about. I do not care about looking like I know what I'm doing. How am I supposed to come into someone's established 20-year business and pretend like I know what to do with that entity? I need to get to know it. I get to know my clients' businesses like they are my own. I just keep asking questions and asking more questions and asking more questions and asking more questions because this isn't my first rodeo, right? And this is what separates me from the person who is doing business online and calling themselves a coach and giving away their sessions for free or trying to while they're selling someone else's program. So, nothing against anybody who's online doing business, nothing against anybody who is selling someone else's program, affiliate marketing, perfect, beautiful, way to go. Like make the dough, baby, like good job. Nothing against any of that. But that doesn't make you a business coach. And that's okay. That's okay. Just embody it. Embody what you are saying before you go out to market and you try to sell it, because people can see and smell and feel that shit. And they don't want anything to do with it. They can't even articulate what they're feeling, but they can feel that there's something out of integrity, right? So if you're online and you're selling somebody's affiliate marketing and you're making cold calls and cold DMs, hey, more power to you, but don't call yourself a coach. Make sure that you know how to coach. You know, like, and I get it. Everyone has to start somewhere. You do. You really do have to start somewhere. You do have to get that first client. Getting that first client is golden, right? It is. So if you want to be a coach and you haven't gotten your first client, that's okay. That's okay. Actually, like, reach out to me. I'll talk to you in the DMs. Like, reach out to me and ask me a question. I'll answer it. I'm not saying that, that I'm not going to give you the time of day if you ask me a genuine question. When I said earlier, I'm not going to give you 5 minutes of my time, I'm talking about the people who are calling me up saying like, hey, let's collaborate on something that I just went through your screening process and I see that you're, probably not interested in, but let's do it anyway. That's what I'm talking about. If you have a genuine question for me, love, please DM me. Please DM me. Like, I am here to serve. That is my soul's purpose and my heart's mission. So if you have a genuine question, if you have not gotten your first client yet, but you know in your heart and your soul that you're called to be a coach, I will absolutely fucking talk to you. Absolutely. Most of the people that I help are actually not coaches. They're healers. They're medical professionals. They are, that's mostly who I help. However, I do help coaches as well. I just want to really get in here, have the conversation, and clean up some of the languaging that we are using when someone is making calls 8 hours a day for someone else's program, and they don't know how to market and sell their own stuff, and they're calling themselves a coach. I don't think I buy it. Okay, I don't think I buy it. And I don't think that the marketplace buys it either. So, is there anything else I need to say on that? Embody the skills that you say that you have. If you are calling yourself a business coach, make sure that you know how to run a fucking business, right? Make sure you actually know what the fuck you're doing. Before you get out there and you tell people that you're doing this. You don't want to lead people astray, right? Like, you want to be able to sleep at night, right? I agonized over this early on in the online industry. When I was getting in the online marketplace, I was using language, and I was like, oh wait, oh shit, oh no, I didn't mean to misrepresent myself. But along the way, you're like, oh, I might have misrepresented myself. I better clean that shit up right now. Not because anyone's looking over my shoulder, no. Not because anyone's making me, no. Because I want to lay my head on my pillow and sleep in peace at night, knowing that I am in my fullest integrity. That's why. That's why I want to be clean and clear with how I am presenting myself. Okay, if I didn't know anything about business, if I hadn't been raised by 2 upper management corporate managers as my parents and cutting teeth at the dinner table on conversations about hiring and firing and team dynamics and all of that, if I didn't have 20 years of entrepreneurial experience under my belt, I would not feel comfortable saying that I am a business coach. I am absolutely comfortable saying that I am a business coach, right? In fact, I'm a business architect. I align the energetics with my clients. We get inside on the invisible energy with their human design, with their soul, with their frequencies, and we align the energetics there, and we architect, we build businesses, right? I mean, I'm building my own fucking empire actively. Oh my God, it's taking off. It's amazing. And it's really exciting. All that to say, embody what you are saying that you are before you go out and say it. And if you have blind spots, that is what coaches are for. I have my own coach. And sometimes I love running some of my my copywriting by her before I send it out into the world. And she's like, she called me out a few weeks ago. She's like, Allison, you pointed out this one result, and I know it happened. I know you're not lying. Like, I know that your client actually got that. But do you have a proven roadmap to that particular result? Have you fully embodied the master teacher level to say that you have the proven roadmap to that result? And I was like, oh, actually, like, okay, I did get that result with 2 of my clients plus myself. So I feel really good saying that, that I can do that. However, I want to embody that a little bit more before I go out there and say that I can do that, right? That, my friend, is the level of integrity that I am fucking talking about. I'm not going to go out there and say, ooh, I can make you a millionaire. I don't know yet. I mean, I kind of do, but confidence is not enough. Confidence is not enough. I have to prove it to myself. I have to embody it in myself. And I have to prove it over and over with my clients until I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I have the roadmap. So when I stand up on stage and I say I have cracked the quantum manifestation code, you can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank that I have. Because I'm not just going to stand up there and say, you know, whatever comes out of my mouth, unless it's actually the God's honest truth. And that I can guarantee you. So if you are ready for results, actual results that are based on integrity, honesty, communication, those are my core values at my business. That's how my team and we operate on those values. If you're ready to achieve those results, like, yes, that 10K month, yes, we can do that. Yes, we can. We can do the 5K month even faster. And if you've been in business for a while, which many of my clients have, you know what we can do? We can take that energetic step back to where you don't have to be in there all the time working in your business as the main go-to person. I was sitting with one of my beautiful one-on-one clients, a psychotherapist who has been in the field for 27 or 37 years, a long time. They've been in the field for a long time, and it is time for them to take a step back and transition into something different. And they were sitting there telling me, they're like, Allison, I have been working 7 days a week for years. And it's only after working with you that I can, in my integrity, step back to a 5-day week. And the next step is 4 days. Like the work-life balance. It doesn't have to be elusive, and you don't have to lose revenue, and you don't have to lose sleep at night. Like you can move from a place of security. If this is something that is interesting to you, reach out to me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison. DM me, ask me about my one-on-one mentorship. We are together for 6 months in an intimate coaching container where I get to know you, your human design chart, your energetics, your hopes, your dreams for making an impact, and your business, if you have one established already, or if you want to build from the ground up. I help both camps of people. We will build your business on your energetics. And if you have an established business, we will revamp. We will pivot in ways that are gentle, effective, and actually get results because we're basing it off of you, not someone else's done for you strategy that is going to have you bending and twisting into knots about what to do and what not to do and all of that shit. We don't do that. This is a customized program where we develop the internal dialogue of a spiritual millionaire. We take your human design closely into account. We perform a business audit, usually many times. We develop SOPs based on your energetics. Like we do it from start to finish. We co-create all of your marketing materials together. We frequency match so that you are attracting perfect clients and team members with doing less work. And you're not sitting there wringing your hands about writing and knowing what to say and what not to say, right? So if this interests you, DM me today while I still have a couple spots open at Alchemy with Allison on Instagram. And you can also find me on the website, AllisonAlchemia.com. That's AllisonAlchemia.com. And reach out to me on the contact form there. I would love to hear from you. If you have hung in this long, you have proven to me that you're not scared of the new, brave, completely unfiltered and raw Allison Alchemia, which is good because she is sticking around. She's here to stay. Like, the filter is completely off. The filter's just, the gloves are off, the filter's off. From now on, just like, you're going to get the raw, unfiltered fucking truth. Every single time. You were getting it before, but I was kind of spoon feeding it a little bit, and I just have to own that. And I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do except go forward in my fullest fucking integrity, which is what I absolutely plan to do. So thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you next week. I love you so much. Bye.